everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Roger's Packers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. First down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
On second down, Ryan. Swiss side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll be first down, Atlanta. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. Get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 28 yards. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing is Rodgers. And Cook has it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would end up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 69 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to do additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's Ryan. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
This time Ryan will throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
About how much time you're up. I think it's a good broad. Maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So it was second and goal. Still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Rodgers to throw on second. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. One receiver left, 3 to the right. snap comes at 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. While the time permits, let's look back at the AFC wildcard round. Top performers, I know you have to look at Pittsburgh and what Brown and Bell did on offense. They were spectacular.
Yeah, let's start with the offense because I thought Antonio Brown got them off to an amazing start. 2 touchdowns, long ones in his first 3 catches. They got off to a 14-0 lead, never really looked back. And I thought Le'Veon Bell, the way he ran the ball, caught the ball, everything he did, and his patience in running, phenomenal. But how about Houston? To me, the key was defense. Jadeveon Clowney right out of the gate was almost unblockable, and Whitney Merciless became that as the game went on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some space here. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught at the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Another pistol look here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Rodgers to throw on 3rd. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jared Cook. Final seconds of the first half. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Wants to do. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kicked the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Yeah, we get a look at it here, but, hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity out in front. How will the defense respond to that type of a return?
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have hands, they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line, but how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Rodgers to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And Crosby puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. It's brought in by Janis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Red zone opportunity. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Tough day tough sledding right there, and has been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The play clock's running down. They come out here, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball. And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. And they'll run it here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And on the tackle, Jonathan Babineau. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing. Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. 10 yards to go on 3rd. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made. There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 319. And the wideout in motion. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, 26 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but
I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
People like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here." And some other time, teams like everything at the end feel a little bit as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ryan. Out to the flat. It's complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That's play against the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.